But we never looked at it as racist or anything, you know. And I don't know why people are so upset about it, you know. I mean, it's stupid just to think about it, you know. But I don't know. I mean, here's another question I was wondering is, back in the 90s, you know, Master P came out with a CD that was called Ghetto Dope. You know, what do they say about that? Are they calling that racist too?
Well, listen, and they're saying this is 2020. I mean, times have changed, so you've got to change with the times. I just don't know that this is one of the instances where we need to really change with the times.
And hey, it's not like we're totally insensitive to this. I mean, we have changed some things on this show and words we use as society has changed. I don't ever want to be the guy that's like, well, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want, because, you know, we have a very diverse listener base, although I'm pretty sure Stephanie's husband's never going to be allowed to listen to us again. So I feel bad for him. But everyone says just call them what they are, slums. Would slums be offensive?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like just as...
That's a word I would use before I would use ghetto.
Yeah. I guess I don't really find myself using either word very often, but if I were to use it, I would never think it had any kind of racial undertones. So
I don't remember the last time I used the word ghetto, but I never thought of it that way.
What about the hood?
I mean, I'm happy to learn something.
Let's try rolling.
News is good news. You lie.
Sports rolling.
On the radio.
Sports, guys. You know, I think the Stephanie lady, I think she was trying to tie into her conversation, like, you know, economic inequality or maybe social injustice. But, you know, I'm pretty sure she said ghetto before. And I'm pretty sure ghetto is an Italian thing. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of, I think they're going too far, you know, with this ghetto thing. But, you know.
It's a ghetto.
It's not, I mean, some people can be sensitive to it, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it's what we call, you know, the poor parts of neighborhoods.
The hood.
You know, I'm a black guy. We say ghetto all the time, and when I go to different cities, I'm making my point to know where the ghettos are, so I won't get caught in the wrong place.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I do,
for the hood.
just to kind of maybe put a wrap on this, I do think with any word, context is critical. If I'm trying to refer to you as ghetto and I mean it in a demeaning fashion and I say it in a demeaning fashion, then feel free to be offended. But I also think if you're just referring to an area, I don't understand what the problem is with that. And, you know, if you prefer slums, okay, but I at no point am I going to sit here and refer to areas that are not good to be in by, let's call it Weedo. You know, I don't know. I mean, listen, I lived in that area by the old station.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm supposed to refer to it as West Chase, not the crappy neighborhood where the cops were in my complex 4 times a week.
In your apartment complex?
In my apartment complex. Where I was worried about.
You did live in a ghetto-ass apartment.
It was a nice apartment in a really crappy area, yeah. And, you know, so, I mean, I'd hear gunshots 3 times a week. But, I lived in West Chase.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, last call on this. Joshua.
Hello, how's it going, guys?
Doing all right, Joshua. Sports to you.
So I think everybody, you guys hit the last point, but I think everybody's kind of saying the same thing. And what Stephanie was essentially trying to say is don't use the word ghetto as a description.
Yeah,
like if
use
it's
the
the
word
heights,
ghetto.
the heights. Now, if it's the ghetto heights, the ghetto heights, but still.
The ghetto heights.
It's almost like having a female and you calling her a B. And her name is Sarah. Like, her name is Sarah. Now, she may act like a B. She may be one. But her name is Sarah, and I think that's the point that she was trying to say. Like, they're changing names of areas, and it should just be that name. So if it's South Park, it's South Park.
It's South Park.
If it's Sunnyside, it's Sunnyside. If it's the Heights, let it always be the Heights. It could be the ghetto version of the Heights. But it's been, regentified, and it's still the Heights. It's just a nicer version of what it used to be.
Be the dirty
Except the Heights is also Rice Military and Greater Heights.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. So I'm okay with referring to it, but if I need to tell somebody, hey, this is a crappy neighborhood you might want to avoid.
Yeah.
I mean, am I never supposed to say that? I mean, I kind of think that's what she was insinuating. Don't say anything bad about it.
Don't say anything bad about the hood.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
all good.
The neighborhood I live in, I don't live on the golf course, so I'm in the ghetto.
Yeah, you're in the
Where I
ghetto.
live.
You
I
ain't
see.
on the
I'm
turf.
considered
You ain't
ghetto.
on the turf.
All right. You, not ghetto. Gentrified.
I ain't
You're
ghetto.
gentrified. Yeah, I'm ghetto.
But I help out the
All
ghetto
right.
soldiers.
Let's take a break. It's the Blitz on ESPN 97.
Baby,
It says I live